So any moment this art or science has failed?
Failed? Oh my god, it was not even recognized for the longest time.
Welcome to my podcast, The Reengineer. Myself, Madhusmita Nayak, the host, strategist, the international speaker, and you got it right, the Reengineered Advocate. And in my podcast, I bring very authentic stories by professionals who have found out their true calling and they have reengineered their profession and their passion for having a better future in their life. In that note, I would like to welcome today our very beautiful guest, Dr. Supriya Chauhan. Dr. Supriya, who is a very renowned prosthodontist and implantologist in UAE. But she found her true calling and passion for 3D casting, and she is one of the very famous licensed 3D lifecaster. And she found out her purpose while pursuing her career, and today she's reigning both the worlds. Welcome, Dr. Supriya.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you for having me. Such a pleasure.
It's such a pleasure to have you, being a prosthodontist, right? And then leading a life casting, two different parts of the world, right? How you believe that you have re-engineered and how this happened. Did it happen just over a moment, or you thought that, no, this is something that it has in me and you found it out?
This is a great question. And why it's more important is because there's a lot of myths here saying that, oh, you're a dentist, but why do you do this? Basically, they're all connected. Whenever you go to a dentist for veneers, braces, anything, they take your measurement of your teeth. The exact, precise measurement. Precision is like unparalleled. So while doing that, it's the same material that I use and the same method that I use to make the casting. So at the UG level, we used to take impressions of the teeth, and then we started playing around and making our own hand cast. And then when I post-graduated, I learned about the full body casting.
Okay.
That is useful for patients who have lost their face, part of the face or jaw.
Some of the human body parts.
Sometimes we have to take out the nose or ear or part of the jaw, and part of the maxilla or mandible goes with it because of some unfortunate diseases or accidents. So we take the measurement of the entire face and replicate this part exactly to the precise detail to this part. We can replicate it in any material of choice. The processes that we make, that Deepika Padukone wore in Chapak, the burns that show.
To make it so look natural.
Yes, so all those are processes. All that is a prosthodontist work. So it is not really, that is a casting, live casting, but that is not too away from a prosthodontist or from a dentist arena. It is something that every dentist can make. I just found my niche in making it a little creatively and, presenting it in a very creative way.
And how did you connect it to the purpose of life? Because making this kind of prosthesis and having it done and gifted, and, it's a kind of a memory. And it's so much unwavering to make such kind of cast which are very close to your heart. At the same time, you have to be 100% accurate. So, do you think that there was any moment initial where you have given something and you thought that, okay, it has hurt their emotions?
Emotions? Not really. If I have gifted it, it is mostly because people liked it and I have gifted it. But it was not initial. Till date, I do goof ups. Till date, I do repeats.
Okay.
So there is one thing, and today happens to be my professor's birthday, who actually taught me life casting in 2004.
Amazing. What's his name?
Her name. She's
her name.
Mariam Ali, and it's her birthday. And she was the one who held my hand, because there has to be a water powder ratio.
Okay.
I confuse you, 18 ml, 40 mg. So, when you're mixing that mg, ml, everything goes on for a toss, and you're hardly a 16-year-old and you're shivering.
Okay.
The professors are just standing there. She held my hand and she said, it can always be repeated.
Okay. So that means it's reversible.
It's okay. Give your best. And while shaking, when she held my hand and saying, so whenever I'm mixing, every time and she's the most loving and the smiling person I've ever met. So nothing can go wrong here.
So is it basically art of science, or it's a law of art or law of science basically?
All combined. So
Okay.
dentistry is artology.
Okay.
There is art in every carving that you do, and there is science in every ml of water that you do. You want it to set faster, you add something. You want it to, retard, you add a retarder. That a pinch of salt adding here can do something. So it is a recipe of art. And there's a lot of science going on. There's effervescence going on. There's heat now. So you touch it and you know that this is a exogenous, some heat is coming out. So this is at this stage. Now it can get chalky. Now it can get cracky, brittle. If we take it out now, we can paint. We cannot paint at this stage. Put more water, put more. So, everything is science.
So any moment this art or science has failed?
Oh my God, it was not even recognized for the longest time.
Okay.
Because in the initial times when we used to make these castings, and as a hobby I used to make, we were just supposed to make the teeth. But as a hobby I used to just make a hand cast, or if I made a tooth casting of a small baby, small kids, I would color it and then give it to them as a memoir. So the parents used to cherish it.
Okay.
But it was at the same time called creepy at one point in time, that why would you want those cut hand and foot hung in your living room? So it wasn't really well accepted. At that time. But what happened was, this has been like 18 years back when I made, and people would make fun of it, but they'll still keep it because this lasts lifelong. So there's no harm. When somebody has gifted you, just put it in a shelf. And there came a day when those kids grew up, they went to the universities, and these were the empty nesters. That is the time when the parents took it out and they said, oh my God, now when we
relived
it was not framed at that time. They just took it and they just kept it in some cupboard. And when they hold it, they said that, you cannot know what it feels to just hold those tiny newborn hands and get all the wrinkles in the hand, and you feel they were here. They were just here, and they were so tiny sometimes. So, that is something. Then they came to me that, can you make it, matching to our interiors, and we'll hang it on. So it was
a change of the mindset, right, of the people.
Yes, of the people. Acceptance. The importance of it, only once it is gone.
Yes,
when they
yes. And
that's what happens.
Like, one of the memory that you still remember vividly, right, which was accepted by one of the family or by your friends when you gifted them, or
so it was used to be just, it was not customer, it was just my gift. Oh, the newborn is born, or the babies are here.
So you made it for, okay.
And kids used to love it. It was messy play, right? So they would love it. So it was just a play area. You go have some play with her while we have coffee. Come with me. I'll make some casts for you. Kids used to get amused by seeing their own hand replica, and they were like, what, you made me, I want this also, I want this, I want fit. So I used to just keep on making it, and because my mom is a huge artist, my grandfather is a lovely artist, so I used to then start painting. Somebody will be
so it was in the genes, so that you adapted it.
The art part of it, I think, is in the genes.
Okay.
But dentistry was a very difficult skill to learn.
Yes. What is one of the most moment of joy that you have had till date when you gifted this to one of your customers that you remember? Your favorite moment?
There's so many. It is difficult to say favorite, but right on the top of my head right now is I made casting of another huge, great artist, Miss Reena Chopra.
Okay.
And she happens to be Pariniti Chopra's mother.
Amazing.
I made her cast not through any other. I made her cast because as artist, I knew her.
Okay.
So I made her cast here. She was in Dubai for her art show.
And what was that?
Her hand holding a brush, because she is a painter. She's a wonderful painter.
Amazing.
Okay. So her hand holding a brush, I made for her. And at her home, we went here and made it for her. She loved it so much. She still has it as a cover page of her Facebook page. That
interesting. Yeah.
She carried it all the way from here to Mumbai, and it's there in her home. Few months later, I happened to be in the same place where Pariniti Chopra is, in the same hotel lobby. And Pariniti Chopra recognized me. We had not met before that. But she recognized me. Hey, you Supriya, you're the casting one. You made my mom really happy. All my family loves you.
So interesting, right? Like
I was like, is she Pariniti Chopra? Is she a body double? I don't even know
that pinch moment came, right? Like, okay.
I met a celebrity roaming about in a lobby, identifying you and just saying hi. And she was not having any bodyguards around her. So I was doubting, is this a mockery? Is somebody like acting like her? Is this really her?
How you felt in that moment?
I was shocked. There was a photographer friend of mine. She's Pariniti. Is she?
And see how, without knowing you, she identified because she also recognized.
She recognized the work. She said,
The
I saw
work.
your work and your work is really nice. And you met my family. You came to my home.
Okay.
It's more than work. She knows me as a person.
And any other accomplished like, your castings that you have given to your prominent customers?
A lot of them now. By God's grace, the recognition is more, and I'm getting a few well-renowned work also. One of my casting is in the Royal Palace of Baroda, which is the biggest private mansion in the whole of India. It's the biggest private mansion, the residence, Lakshmi Vilas Palace. Lots
Okay.
of movies have been shot in there. And I've made for Maharani Radhika Raja Gaikwad ji.
Okay.
And the king.
And what you made for Maharani?
Hands holding each other, the four of them, king,
Okay.
queen, and the two.
The full generation.
Full, yes, this entire family, well knit, holding hands of each other, and that's what. And she gave me a testimonial also saying this, that this is how I see my family holding each other's hand, and this is what I wanted to be casted, with each of their wrinkles preserved to perfection, and it's there in.
What is your favorite casting that you have done?
Oh, favorite.
And very emotional, and you.
Emotional, I can say favorite is it difficult because every casting becomes my baby. You know, at the
Yeah,
time of
because
delivery,
you
I'm a
have
bit
made it.
sad that
Yeah, you have made it.
it
Yes.
takes a long time to make it, so
Yeah.
it becomes my baby. But emotionally, I'm very connected to my own casting
Oh,
that
okay.
I made
Yeah.
right after my baby's birth, my placenta's casting.
Okay.
So the
Interesting.
placenta, it is such an interesting thing. Although it does not look very neat when you hold it because it's a lot of blood and everything. But when you cast it and you see all those veins, the tree-like branches coming out, and that little umbilical cord and the clamp
Yes,
also has
yes.
come in it with all the details, all the veins flowing through. You realize, oh my God, baby was just here and was feeding. It was so tiny. I have grown him. It's so connected to me. At the same time, I made my own belly cast also, pregnancy cast. So having that big belly,
So it's like telling the journey, right? Journey.
the journey. It is that moment which was so special. It's gone.
Yeah.
And it was emotionally a lot overwhelming than one can explain. So when you see an area of emotions, how the journey was, how the panic, the anxiety, the joy, everything all together, you're crying, you're holding, and then you have it casted, and it is immortalized now forever to stay.
And when you're making this casting during the process itself, right? Do you also get into the process and the journey while designing something? You relate when you are making it. You can relate and connect to the same emotions. So
That's what I said. When you hold, so my daughter's casting I just made, and I did not frame it, and I've still not framed her newborn casting. I like to hold it once in a while.
okay.
Because that was a tiny fist which I first held, and so emotions are all over the place when I have my casting or clients casting for that matter.
Yeah.
And even the leading paddle tennis player, female, Alejandra Salazar, I made her casting. I made Maxi Sensei, who is also a leading male paddle tennis player.
Okay.
So I've made their
Interesting. You have so many celebrities as clients, but
The better part of it, I think, is that their display of my work. So when you go to Zabil Ladies Club,
okay.
her casting is there.
Is there.
Alejandra's casting is there for all the paddle lovers who come there and play. So Sheikh Muhammad's daughter herself goes and plays there. So she saw my work, doing me the work there. That joy, that recognition, that you did good. It must be just a word for her. Oh, that's a nice thing you made.
And what is the first expression, or what is the first word? It comes out from when they see your casting. It's more of emotions.
When it is hands
Yeah.
of an adult, every single time it's, oh my God, my veins are here.
Oh,
So
amazing. Okay, yeah. It also, you also cast it so neatly.
the
Yeah.
knuckles and veins come in. So for the adults, it's like, oh my, the veins are here. And for the baby, it's like, look at the wrinkles. So, those tiny creases and the nails, they are the most noticed in the newborn, and the veins in the adults.
And they touch it and they feel it.
They touch it. There's so many of them who have taken it out of the frame. They just want to touch it now.
Oh. And when they touch it, like, what is something that goes into their mind or heart?
It is definitely an area of thoughts and emotions that just flood your head at that moment, I'm sure.
Did you witness any emotions and tears
Yes,
in their eyes?
so many of them have actually cried out because, it is lucky if we conceive as planned, but not everybody is fortunate enough. that pregnancy is sometimes very difficult. And through that process, a few of them, have lost their parents while being pregnant, could not see them for the last time because they were pregnant. So that belly, that baby,
Brings memories.
lot of memories, that how happy the last thing that you spoke to your parents was about the baby, and now they are not there, but they remember how blessed your blessings with them. So a lot of them, parents, actually grandparents, castings that were so loved, the 3 generation 4 generations together holding their hands, so from the newborn to that
So it's
elderly
they
auntie.
have the stories of
Oh my
generations
God,
together
right there.
mounted.
So after they are gone,
Yeah.
also you have those tiny wrinkles. So you touch them and you realize you were just here. You were
So
always
interesting and so emotional because you carry the journey of emotions and generation all together. Saying that, once we talk about technology and innovation perspective, so now you very much aware that 3D printers are out in the market. Do you think such technological innovations will be a threat for your current casting career or casting as an industry?
See, threat, there's no threat when emotions are in place. Let's use that also and do something better, no? So
Yeah.
I use 3D. I have written a book on CAD CAM. It is available in Amazon.
Okay, if you can tell our audience about it, please.
So I've written a book on computer aided designing and computer assisted manufacturing.
Okay, and it's available in
In
Amazon?
Amazon, CAD CAM in implant dentistry by Dr. Supriya Chauhan.
Okay.
Although I have written it in the dentistry zone, but yeah, the machines are the same, 3D printing is the same. So I have also applied it in casting. So what I do is I replicate the cast, and I then print it in the material of your choice. So I can make it in crystal, I can make it in resin, so I can make it unbreakable. So people now make it and then ship it to London to the grandparents, or because these castings what I make are gypsum products, so they are brittle, they can break while shipping. So I use 3D casting, 3D printed, and
So they are not brittle.
it's
So
not brittle, so it's plastic basically.
Okay.
It can be shipped to any part of the world you want to. I make miniatures of it. People keep it in their home, their parents' hand miniature as a
Yeah.
on their coffee table as a remembrance. So
So you also donate many of your creations to society, and I'm so proud of that. When I came to know that you donate this to youngsters, you donate to the newborns. Can you please highlight why and what you do and how it is so crucial as in creating an impact to the society?
I wouldn't use the word donate. It's a gift.
Okay.
With all my heart and soul, I love to do this. So there was this.
I'll rephrase that. How you gift these beautiful creations to the beautiful community.
So a long time after this journey had started, there was one particular person who approached me saying that my daughter needs a casting.
Okay.
So I said, I have a small baby at home. So can you please come over? She said, no, my daughter cannot move. She had cerebral palsy. She was bedridden, and she said, we are going to lose her any minute. So I do not like to see her photos because all her photos are with those huge pipes and hospitalized, basically masks, cylinders, and pipes all over. So she said, I don't take her photos. I don't want to keep her photos for any memories. I don't want to see her photos after she's gone. I know she's here for a few days. If you don't mind coming over to the hospital and just making her hand and foot imprint, so we can just look at those hands and feet and feel happy about her. I don't want to go through the trauma again and again every time I see her photo, but I want her memory with me.
Yeah.
I went there. When I met them, I realized they had absolutely no money. Insurances do not cover such diseases. Everything they had sold to put the baby in the hospital for the longest time they could. So
Their own capability.
They will bring her home, and all of a sudden she'll have an attack. 3 times I went all the way to Sharjah. They were in Sharjah at that time. I was in the opposite end. I went there, and then after reaching there, they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. My daughter is having some attacks, so we have to take her to the hospital immediately." So I returned back. Again, I went. Again, I came back because it is such an unpredictable situation that the baby
And what she was going through, yeah.
that you never know. You'll go home, but she might have reached the hospital by then. She might be critical. So they were like, I don't know, we might even lose her today. So she was so critical. And I prayed with my heart that I want to make the casting. And when it came to it and they asked for the payment, I said, I take it as a gift. Please, this is the least I could do. Take it as a gift. And from there, the happiness that I got, and then later when they messaged me also that this is, we have hung it on our walls and all, that message itself gave me the boost that a lot of people who actually need it might not be able to afford it. take it as a gift from me. You deserve that kind of precious memory much, much, much more than
Yes,
maybe
yes.
the others.
And this is something which, you are really creating impact in the society. And this is something which we have to give back to society, right? It's like, and it's a goosebumps, like I'm getting goosebumps now. And it's so, like, if we are going through, like you are creating it, and how much emotional ride you are going through, just believe about the parents. Think about the parents, what they will be. And this is a lifetime memory that you have gifted. So, how proud you feel when you see such kind of moments? Firstly, that you restore all the smiles by being a prosthodontist. Secondly, by being a life caster, you give them lifetime memory. Maybe for parents, for grandparents, for small babies, and that too, who actually want to remember this as a lifetime, right? So how do you feel, and how you think that by having both of this as a career, you will take it forward?
So I get this question a lot of time, that why you still continuing with dentistry if you think that casting is going so well.
Yeah.
So why I love dentistry is prosthodontist job that I do. I have created eye for a little girl who had lost her eye because her sibling put the pencil through her, and she'd lost her eye. So she had no eyeball here, but an eyeball here. So I made that eye processes for her. The confidence that she got, she was 12, 13 years, just early teenage, and the confidence that she got, that is a time when they want to look good.
Yeah, yeah.
The girls, and she used to feel something is wrong in here. She came to me, and every time she would hug me and kiss me and say, "Thank you for my eye, thank you for my eye," and she'll go away. Before coming, she'll always say, "Today you wear black, I'll wear red, we'll take a photo." That is the joy. I can never leave that and go anywhere else. I'll come back to dentistry as and when I can. I will be here.
Yeah, because
Yeah, part-time, full-time, but I am here. I cannot leave
this is
this.
pulling you, right?
This
Because
is there is some kind of happiness that I don't think any other field can give me.
authentic love, and it's like, yeah.
And likewise for elderlies, because of cancer, their entire palate has been taken out, so their nose and mouth is connected. I make that obturator for them, the artificial palate, so as to say, so that they can eat. Otherwise, nothing can go inside. Everything comes out of the nose. So that barrier between the nose and mouth goes away in the cancer surgeries for some cases. So, to give them something, a plate there, and then also with teeth, and they call you. There was one very elderly sir, he called me in Sankranti on 14th of January and said, after so many years, I had carrots today. You don't realize how difficult it is to chew a carrot.
And then simple.
For a patient who did not have any teeth, whose palate was also at a toss, who
Correct.
was a cancer, who did not have that kind of strength to cut a carrot. So that is something that pulls me to dentistry, to answer your dentistry point of view.
Yeah.
That helped. Those one call is enough for me to now stick to dentistry forever for my life. If it is helping somebody to eat one carrot and be happy about it, today is the best Sankranti ever. I ate carrot today. So might be a very small thing in a regular life, but meant a lot. I don't think I can ever forget that. And likewise, as I said, for casting journey, when I cast something and those kids become big and then they go off to, their universities.
And they look
their
back.
Parents call me and say, "They were so tiny. Thank you so much for preserving this with us." And then they modify it. Then they're like, now cast our hands also in a way that we are
Along with
holding
that,
them. So everything is redoable, refurnishable. I change the frame for them. I change the setting for them. That is where the art part of my family's heritage comes in.
Yes.
That I want to then give it the best.
So you want the best of both?
Best of both. Oh, I'm not compromising.
I think you are living extraordinary life and creating
I am
extraordinary.
leading a very happy life. There is always from one side one happy news coming in, and I'm good for it.
And I think this comes because you are an extraordinary person and you are giving back. You are giving back extraordinary experience to people.
It's an art, and every artist tries their best. But I think out of all these things, the maximum joy that I got
Yeah.
in the recent times, I started teaching castings.
Okay.
And somehow I've realized a woman's journey is a little more with the speed breakers.
Correct. We go through a roller coaster ride.
So after becoming a mom, I realized it was not as easy. We keep on saying it is same, girls and boys, same. It is not. There are a lot of hurdles. Girls need a little more pull and push from the family. So I started educating women for casting.
So you have extended life casting for women only, or it's open?
No. I started teaching
Okay.
ladies.
Okay.
A few of them who were retired, elderly ladies. They wanted to make an earning, and they came to me and said that you do something good. Can we do this? We have done art all our life. I said, why not? I'll teach you. So I started with women, thinking that okay, if this can give them a boost, why not?
So life casting needs some prerequisite skills.
Prerequisites? No, I wouldn't say so. Anybody can. Anybody
Anyone
can
can
learn.
do.
You just need a good teacher. So
Yeah. Yes. Anyone listening to Dr. Supriya? Yes. And you have interest for life casting because it bring out memories. So please reach out to her.
So what I wanted to add on here is those ladies from the village who did not have any earning, then used to send me those 500 rupee note with one casting and photo of that, saying we earned that, and that never in their life have they earned anything, because they said all our life we wanted to make our kids earn,
Earn,
so
yeah.
we spent everything. We wanted our husband to earn, so we were holding the fort. Now that I have retired, kids have gone away, husband has his own newspaper and the TV channels, and we are sitting idle waiting for one of the child to at least call so our day goes by.
Instead of that, they are utilizing their time and earning livelihood.
Yeah, and earning livelihood.
Earning
And
livelihood. Yes.
those 500 rupees and 1000 rupees photos, they just give me shivers that, oh my God, if you can help somebody earn a bread and butter for somebody who has lost hopes, they never thought they will be the breadwinner of the family. They are.
They are.
And they're earning, they're doing so well.
And that is a change making moment for them. Yes. And with all such extraordinary experiences, creating livelihood, memories for newborns and for the grandparents, if I say in one word, Dr. Supriya, the life cast that you want to design for your life, what it would be?
Oh my God. I really want my Nanaji is there, and he is every day looking at my post, all the posts, and he's the best artist I have ever known.
Okay.
So I want all my family to be there at one table and cast all their hands together and have it on the framed in my house.
So beautiful.
My Nanaji, my parents, my brother,
Nanaji is your grandfather?
my grandfather, my mother's father.
Father, okay.
He's in his 90s, and not one post he'll miss. And he'll give me the tips and tricks also. The little bit of primer shade is galat.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay.
The carving is not, the lighting is not good, something. So those valuable notes, I just want his hand to be there in my happy home. That completes.
Interesting. And when you are planning to have this?
Very soon.
Okay.
Very soon.
Wishing you good luck, and I'm sure you will be casting it with love, much love.
I'm sure.
And last question before we sign off. Any one re-engineered message that you want to give?
We all try to hide imperfections so much, more so in today's world. We don't even like our face or hand. We want to change everything we can. I feel imperfection is an identity.
Correct.
So whatever is your imperfection or whatever you think is different from the others, focus on that, build it up.
No matter how, if you have passion and consistency.
You can re-engineer and you can make something very beautiful out of it, out of that imperfection that you're thinking is not really good enough to fall into a perfect cliche. You don't have to follow the cliche. Be your own. Imperfection is an identity.
Correct. And you started your career of life casting here, right, in UAE, after you came back to UAE, and now see you are creating memories. And I think you are creating memories for others, and wishing you good luck. And I hope once you make the frame and the life casting with your Nanaji, definitely you will share me that picture with me.
I will. Oh my God.
And thank you so much. It was lovely listening to you. And any last message that you want to give to our audience or your company that you are, so that they can follow you in social media?
So I am my company is known as Keepsakes by Dr. Supriya. And hereby I call all the ladies, especially ladies, but men are welcome too, who would like to learn castings. I'd be more than happy to teach them castings. I taught it to my mom, and she's now catering to 20 cities in India. And she's busier than me. And she was the one who's complaining, I need to take appointments from you. And today we are taking appointments to speak to her. So please get up, do something of your own. There is always a niche. Find your niche. Do something. If you don't have anything, please reach out. Maybe I'll help you, direct you towards what you're good at. If you're good at shopping, go tell the world where to shop from. If you're good at wearing saris, go tell the world how to wear a sari. If you're good at painting, go tell the world how to paint. Please step up. You're better than the others. You're better than this.
Thank you so much. And with that note, anyone listening to Dr. Supriya Chauhan's story, and if you have such authentic story to share with us and to share with the whole community, please reach out to me and stay tuned to hear to such beautiful stories in the Re-Engineered podcast. Thank you.